boy, that's a rough one. Oh, first tree of the year. Well, howdy folks, welcome to that episode of Midwest River Rat. I'm out here with my buddy Jared. He's out here losing my lures, but don't worry, I spotted a lure down there in a tree, so I swapped to a bucktail, and we're gonna go get that thing. Hey Jared, try to hold on to my lure.
Alright.
Well, I know I said I had a treble hook that my dad got at a garage sale. It's got a big weight on it. That was what I was going to use for snagging, but apparently I can't remember to put it in the tackle box, so we're still using bucktails. As weak as I thought it was. Oh, the lure is my favorite color too. Heck yeah, man. Got nice shiny hooks on it. Got a couple other little hooks. They're still good. Some split shots. Wow. This one's been up there a while. It's tree's grown. I don't know how well the camera's focusing, but the tree grew right around this line, and it's actually pretty thick around there. We got nice weight for bait fishing on the river. But here's the lure. That is exactly the pattern that I catch most of my fish out of the river with in lures. Any kind of lure, any kind of fish, just get it in that color in your mucky water, at least around here. Check that out. That is a score. Nice little one. I got so many big ones. I really should try more little ones when they're not biting. But yep, good old trusty bucktail got it again. Got some more split shots down there. With a little red hook. You can always use that for something or give it to somebody. I find so much stuff. I give a lot of my stuff to my friends, or I'll sell them on Facebook or something. But we're out here throwing lures on the river again with my buddy Jared. Who knows? If we don't catch any fish, I'll try to get a bunch of lures on film. What is that? Somebody was using some cut bait on a little tiny circle hook. Sweet, we got a little circle hook. At least somebody in this town knows how to properly fish for catfish. Now I just got to get my lure up the spread. I can just break it. There we go. Get the hazard out of the way, get the lure back at the same time. Okay, so you know how I was talking about in my last video when I was repairing that lure? If I can't snag my lure out of the tree or a lure out of the tree with my lure, then I have to resort to sawing the wrench down. Well, I got greedy and tried for some weights that I really didn't need, and I snagged my bucktail, broke the leader, so now we need to climb a tree. Oh boy, that's a rough one. Oh, first tree of the year. All that climbing as a kid was just training, so I wouldn't have to spend so much money on lures as an adult. We're harvesting our lure crop. We grow them out of trees here in Wisconsin. We just plant these big old lure trees, and then down at the dam, you wait a little while and eventually lures start sprouting all over the branches. You just gotta try and either snag them out, or if that don't work, you just cut the dang branch off. It's falling. saw. Oh boy. I'm getting old, man. This ain't as easy or painless as it used to be. Oh. But you gotta stay young somehow. Well, folks, that's my last reel, but gets the job done. I got the weights I was going after and my bucktail. Jared spotted a bait caster. Looks like a really big, nice one in the water. So we're gonna throw on a bucktail and try to snag it. It's not very deep. I'm sure we'll get it. Let's use the double treble. Better chance of actually getting it. Plus, I'm not throwing at trees, so I'm not worried about losing it. Only like maybe a foot of water. Can you still see it? Oh yeah, you can really see it now. We'll see. Drag this across the bottom.
Right there. You missed it.
Yep.
It kind of like I'm thinking, what if it's like a oil can with a beer bottle cap down, so you went right over top.
Yep, I know it. I feel it hitting it. The rod's too, if there's a rod on it, it's too deep in the muck to grab.
Oh, there it moved. Oh, what if that's like just
I think I don't know if it is a reel.
bottle.
It might not be a reel because like it looks weird on top.
Yeah.
And I'm not hooking the edge like you would think with a reel. It's just
boots off, socks off.
yeah, that's not a reel, man. I think we're throwing at a bottle.
Nah.
It's squashed. You can see it.
Oh, really?
Yep. Now it's floating up.
Yeah, spray can, huh?
Yep. It's just a spray can. Well, I guess we don't get a reel today. That totally looked like a bait caster. Well, we stopped at the local bait shop yesterday on my way to buy my new computer for editing YouTube videos. I spotted this rod. Been in the market for a new muskie rod because I never actually had a muskie rod, but because I hike around so much, just go to really remote, hard to get to places, I've been exclusively using two-piece rods for many years, and I have not owned a solid one-piece rod in a long time. It's hard to find a two-piece muskie rod. Spotted this rod. I've decided, you know what, maybe one piece is something I'm just gonna have to get. I don't know anything about this brand. Shimano graphite rods. This thing, it says on it, line weight 180 to 100 pounds, which is basically what I use. 4 to 16 ounce lure. Like, this is the real deal. It's 8-foot rod, nice stiff action. I've lost a lot of hook sets, nice fish, because I just don't have a stiff enough rod to get that hook set. So I'm pretty excited about this rod. I've been trying it out here at the dam, and it casts beautifully. Like, such a difference from the heavy catfish rod I was using just to have a heavy rod for lures. But the stiffness of this rod and the longer handle, getting those lures out there, it's like so easy as opposed to just trying to lop them with the catapult that I was using. I need to go get a reel, because this is not the proper reel for chucking these big lures. But I mean, it works. But I'm gonna go pick up a bigger, same style, just kind of a bigger, heavier duty one. The local bait shop that I was talking about, they're called Menominee Outdoors. They actually were watching me the other night after I told one of the employees about it. So that was pretty sweet. I walked in this morning to get that rod and talking about Midwest river rat. So that was pretty cool, especially with how small I am right now. But yeah, they really started expanding their inventory. They got a bunch of surplus stuff in there right now. A lot of stuff that I'm excited about. They really expanded their fishing gear. So if you're in Menominee, you want to check them out. It's Menominee Outdoors. Really cool people. Just had a small northern following my big, huge bucktail. So I switched to a smaller one now. See if we can get him to come back. Put on the lure that I made with my son in my last video. Come on, buddy. It's catch and release today. Come on, man. I seen him. I seen him. But boy, this lure works really nice. I really like this. If I could just, it was just a little guy, but I don't even care. Especially if it was on this lure. Well, I failed at snagging these lures out of this tree, and I had too small of a saw to climb up there and cut it down. So we went to Fleet Farm, picked up an extendable saw. There's like 5 or 6 lures up there. I think it's worth it. Plus, I've been needing to get one of these anyway. With 5 lures and 2 branches, why not? If I can figure it out. Instructions, maybe. Of course, leaving me to jam a bunch of mud in it right away. Alright, I got this branch down. I got a spinner, some split shots, a jig with a spinner, a bobber. Yeah, this one had the... Chris said there was a buzz bait. Maybe it wasn't a buzz bait. It's got this kind of bobber and another spinner. Thought there was a buzz bait. Maybe it's still up there. Well, folks, seeing as I didn't end the video the other day, I guess I'm here like 4 days later, editing it so I can post it tomorrow. Hope you guys enjoyed it. We got a whole bunch more lures. Actually, while I'm here, I might as well show you. I went to Shields and I picked up this A.B. Garcia Toro Beast Toro High Speed. It is nice. Tried it a couple times already and paired with this rod that I just bought. I love it. I'm so excited for muskie and northern fishing this summer. I now have my Black Max back on this Zebco Rhino Tough. Must be tough because I think rhinos are pretty tough animals. Hopefully it keeps going well. I'm still having a lot of fun doing it, and we'll catch you on the next episode.